So this is your sign to be a Karen. Last week, or a couple weeks ago, I threatened to sue my car dealership, and we ended up settling within 24 hours, and the check is at my mom's house right now. So this was not because of the car. The car is great. This was about, to me, it seemed like it was deceptive business practices, and they thought I would let it slide. And so I'm calling Audi USA, I called the dealership, and then I finally sent my not cease and desist, demand letter with all of the issues that I had with what was going on. And then the manager of that dealership finally calls me, and we get to arguing back and forth. The financial manager calls me as well. And, I'm just laying out my case. I'm laying out what happened. And they thought because I talked to them that everything was okay. And then I followed up with another email like, hey, let's rescind this contract. The manager calls me again, and we're still arguing back and forth. And then I finally let him know. I have a colleague, aka my bestie. She handles consumer debt cases every single day, consumer fraud, deceptive business practices, all of that stuff. She does this every single day in her practice, and I was a former consumer debt attorney myself. So I know how to read these statutes, and I know what statutes you violated. So then he starts saying, I don't even know what statutes you're talking about. This is unfair, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I'm just laying this out for you. And then he sends me some documents that actually made my case even stronger. And so so once I tell him I have a friend that does this, he pauses. We both pause. And then he's like, you know what? I don't want this to turn into anything more. I want you to be happy with, our business and all this type of stuff. But I want you to recommend people. And so he finally is like, let's take a beat and I'll call you back tomorrow. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So then the next morning he calls me back with a settlement offer, and I just, I wasn't sure if I wanted to take, because I really had a case. I could have gotten attorney's fees for this, for sure, like to myself. And I was like, do I want to deal with this right now? Not really. I'm a microwave girl. Like, I need things to just wrap up quickly. And so I tell him, give me till Monday. And then I talk to my girlfriend, the consumer protection attorney. And she's like, you know what, just take it. And I'm like, you know what, I agree. I don't want to deal with this like longer than I have to. So I call back. I say, you know what, I'm taking the deal. And he says the check will be in the mail next week. And I finally got it yesterday. So